I mean, all I can say from that is that's modern day baseball. So, you kind of expect that. But yeah, what an honor this is to be inducted. Congratulations to all the inductees from this year. Some of the stories that I've heard tonight are truly amazing. They put things into perspective, and that's something that can be hard to do as a professional athlete. Just being back here in the community that I grew up in, it's pretty special. I'd like to thank Rennie again. It's been amazing. My career, obviously, you got to go back quite a long way. Not as long as some of these folks, but in my mind, it's a long way. I remember being in the yard with my twin brother Ben. We playing wiffle ball, playing whatever. Just love to be outside. And that's one of the beauties about being up here. You don't take that for granted, because when the winter rolls around, you're going to be stuck inside, and that's no fun for a lot of us that really love sports and the game of baseball. Wiffle ball quickly transitioned to playing with hardball a little bit, and that led to some damages in the neighborhood. Needless to say, we had many neighbors in our lifetime, and we had no idea why. But looking back on it now, it's pretty obvious to me. So, I wouldn't be where I am today in baseball without my dad. Many of you, I feel like, in this room probably know him. Coached at Chalmont High School, and is still to this day probably the best coach I've ever had. I know my high school pitching coach, head coach right up here, but they might take offense to that. But he, to his credit, he gave us everything he had in the game of baseball, me and my brother, and he knew when it was time for him to step away and kind of pass the baton on. I think he realized once I knew more than him, it was kind of time to hand it off and maybe enjoy from the sidelines a little bit more. So. It's like all of us that play this game, it's a kid's game at the end of the day, and we all feel very fortunate to still be doing it. Just to hear some of the stories, it's the best time of your life, and for people to be able to kind of put that in perspective and remember it all, it really means a lot. And with that being said, you can't do it without your support system. My parents, like I said, Bob and Karen are here. My girlfriend Audrey and her parents, my grandparents. My other family, my nana and aunt and uncle. You really can't do it without them. It's long hours. It's a culmination of everything. I mean, there's more people in this room that have impacted my career and who I am as a person than I thought I'd be seeing tonight, and that's really humbling. I don't take that lightly. I try to play with the pride and represent the area and all the people that have helped me get to this point. Because like I said, it's a small group, and these are times that you kind of, good or bad, the highs are high in baseball, the lows are low, and good or bad, it's always nice to have people back home and a place that I can come back to, and I guess now I'll forever be able to come back to the New York State Baseball Hall of Fame and see a glove or see some artifacts and see my name up there with the rest of you guys. So. Yeah, a little bit about some of my highlights of my career, albeit one that I hope is much longer than it has been, and I'll experience plenty of other things. I think winning a state championship with Shenandoah High School was one of the highlights. I honestly almost take more pride in that than winning the World Series. The brotherhood that we had, guys that I grew up with, guys that. Till this day, I hear from them and talk to them quite a bit. Albeit the ring might not be as big. He's got it on right now. It's his big moment of pride. He could show everyone his ring, but it's a moment that I'll never forget. And that whole week was really quite crazy. Getting drafted by the Braves in that same week was special, and that's kind of where my career took off. It's funny looking with the people from the Valley Cats. Joe Bruno Stadium's a place, although I never played professionally, it's a place where you could argue that's kind of where my career took off, and I have some very fond memories of playing that. Being in my career now, it's not a coincidence that two of my favorite places to come back to and play are Citi Field and Yankee Stadium. Grew up a Boston fan, but I think that's part of the reason why I enjoy it so much. My dad had a hatred for the Yankees, specifically one man in this room tonight. But so yeah, it's that's the competitive in me that loves going to those places, and it's really just the way that it makes me feel being there, the family, having them be able to come see me play, the passion that the people have. Growing up that Northeast people, New York people are passionate, and that's something that I try to convey to some of my teammates, that there's not many of us, and the ones that are here for a reason, and that's because we're passionate, we work hard, and we really just enjoy what we do. I hope to, like I said, I just hope to continue to represent all the people that have helped me out. Shenandoah High School, Clifton Park, the area I grew up in, and the Capital Region throughout the rest of my career. And I think this is, thanks to the New York State Baseball Hall of Fame, this is quite the honor, and a good step in that direction. So I'd just like to end by saying something that I kind of was thinking about while I was just sitting down there is, just being back home is a funny thing. People always come up to me, thank you for this, thank you for what you've done, and to me that almost seems backwards. It should be me thanking you guys for all the support throughout the World Series last year, throughout my career, and so I'd like to take that chance now just to thank everyone, and I always appreciate the support, and you guys all made this a very special night for me, so thank you.